So who wants to win free mentorship? Just let me know. Say it inside the chat. Say, I want to win free mentorship. I'll give some, it's worth like a couple £100. You'll be able to get it for free. I'm going to choose some winners at the end. And we've also got the Purpose Academy for over 25s. And now we are working with EY. Unmute yourselves and say, yay.
Yay!
And the Purpose Mentorship Program is to cultivate 100,000 young Black elite minds. We have mentees that come in, they can become purpose creatives. So the design deck that you see is designed by one of our young people. Can we give a round of applause to Phil? Unmute yourselves. Clap. Woo! Woo!
Well done, Phil.
You've got Purpose Ambassadors. Purpose Ambassadors, unmute yourselves and say, hey.
Hey.
Excellent. These guys liaise between mentors and mentees. It's amazing programs, isn't it, ambassadors?
Yeah, it's a serious,
very serious program. Today you are going to get motivational talks from Breenylee. Clap. From Mr. Mr200. Clap. From Nathan and Olade. Clap. And Vaughn. Clap. So guys, you're going to get motivation. Not only are you going to get motivation, but you're also going to get the information on how to secure your jobs. Who wants to know how to secure their jobs? Because we're in a whole pandemic, but EY offering internships, mentorships. Unmute yourselves and say, I want it.
I want it.
Okay, cool. Who are EY? EY is a global organization. They have 700 locations across 150 countries with 21 offices in the UK. They have professional service firm. This means that they help businesses to solve their problems. They have a student employer. So they have student programs that will train you up for your career in accountancy, consulting, and technology. A strength-based recruiter. We're interested in strengths. We don't take CVs for student roles. That's what they're telling me. And a diversity champion. We want to better, and we're trying to be. Guys, give a round of applause to EY for helping us. We need help, don't we? Let's go. Let's go. So right now, who's the ambassadors that are going to read? So we've got Blessing. So guys, can we give a round of applause to Blessing as she reads the bio for Olade? Do we have Olade in the building? Olade.
That's right. Yes, Ololade. Hi.
Excellent.
Hi.
Excellent. So Blessing, could you read that? Could you speak, please? Thank you.
Of course. So good evening, everyone. My name is Blessing Adugame, and I am a Purpose Ambassador here at Global Purpose Enterprise. And honestly, being part of this company has transformed my life in so many ways. And I'm so excited that you all can get a glimpse of that today with this event. So I just wanted to say thank you to all the speakers that are here today, Andre, of course, and EY for sponsoring this event. Right now, I have the privilege and the honor to introduce our first speaker from EY, Ololade Adesanya. So Ololade is a director in EY's EMEA Financial Services practice, leading client relationships in the wealth and asset management sector. Prior to joining EY, she was the European head of internal audit for a global financial services organization and started her career in another Big Four firm where she qualified as a chartered accountant with the ICAEW. She holds the ICAEW's Business and Finance Professional designation and a FinTech executive certification from Oxford University. She has held a number of advisory board positions, including the Black Professionals Network in Bristol, and she's also passionate about promoting diversity and inclusion in financial services and the accountancy profession. She is the Vice President for the ICAEW West of England, chairs the race steering committee for the EY's UK Financial Services business. She's also a member of EY's Gender Advisory Board and a Stepping Up mentor for the past 2 years. Now that's a wealth of experience in just one person, and we're so glad to have her here with us today. So thank you for joining us, Olade.
Next up, we have Ezekiel reading Nathan's bio.
So I'll be honest, Global Purpose Enterprise has really changed my life, and it's changed so many other young people's lives. I get the honor and I get the privilege to introduce such an amazing man, to be in such a room with so many powerful speakers, so many people that have overcome such obstacles. So I'm going to introduce Nathan and read his bio. So Nathan is a senior manager at EY's People Advisory Services team and has been at EY since August 2016. Nathan provides tech support to a wide range of businesses of various sizes and sectors, from construction, sports clubs, to high-end fashion designers. Nathan is a qualified accountant and a member of the ACCA and has previously been a mentor at AA students. Prior to joining EY, Nathan worked for a number of smaller accountancy firms where he was able to specialize in tax and understand how the knowledge could gain support and help people in businesses. He's very passionate about supporting young people achieve their aims and objectives and overcoming any challenges to release their potential.
That sounds like we need a whole round of applause. Let's go. Round of applause. Unmute yourselves. Round of applause. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Just say it again, guys. After they speak, you're going to be able to add them on LinkedIn, and not only that, you're going to be able to win mentorship at the end. Who wants a survey so they can fill it out so they can win the mentorship?
Moi.
I do.
I do.
Excellent. So we're gonna Nathan and Olade, please take the firm.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Andre, and thank you all for having us here today. It's fantastic to just be here and to see so much energy from this group. So I feel really inspired to be in your midst today. So Nathan and I are just going to share a bit of our career journey and hopefully leave you with some tips or advice from sharing through our personal experience, first of all. But I was just going to say that, you know, you've read all of these things, just sounds really sort of, you know, ecstatic, to be honest. It sounds really fancy, but it's just a fancy way of saying that we are advisors. We advise businesses, we advise organizations, and we help them on a daily basis solve their problems. We solve problems for organizations and for the world in terms of helping the world to be a better working place. So that is really the long and short of what Nathan and I do and what we do in EY. So don't be put off by all the sort of big languages that I've just been thrown at you. So I would kick off myself. So as has been read, I'm a director in EY, and in terms of my career journey, I actually, as you can see, went to university. So I started my career journey in the Big Four, another Big Four like EY, so Big Four accounting firms, there are 4 of them. I started my career after graduating from university just over 10 years ago. And at that time, I was the very first person in my family to go to university. None of my parents had ever been to university. So there was absolutely nobody in my family to look up to as a role model. But also it was difficult because actually looking in the city, in the professional world, there weren't many Black people. There weren't many women and there weren't many Black people. So there was no role model to guide me in terms of which way to go in my career. And so after graduating from university, I summoned a little bit of courage without a lot of confidence, of course. Just a little bit of courage. I applied for an internship in a Big Four firm because I couldn't apply for a full-time graduate job. I thought if I applied for that, they might not take me because they're not used to working with Black people. And so I thought, yeah, at least they'll be gracious and look to the fact that I have really good academic records and might just take me in for a short-term internship. So I went for that internship, and in that process, went through all the process, did all the exams, did all the interview. I can remember my final interview with a partner, and our partners are the people that are the most senior in our business. They own the business. In that final interview, the partner looked beyond my skin color, looked beyond the fact that I had no confidence. I was just this young girl from university looking for a job, and what he saw was talent. And he literally said to me at the end of the interview that he would like to offer me a full-time graduate job. So that was somebody that just decided to invest in me and saw beyond my lack of confidence. And that was the beginning of it. He definitely made the right decision because I've definitely gone into the Big Four environment and I've been able to progress in my career, as you can see, joining from an associate and now being a director within a span of 10 years. So that's sort of my journey. And hopefully it's basically just saying to you, it doesn't really matter what you study. I did law and now I'm an accountant. It doesn't really matter where you are or what your parents are. All you just need is a little bit of confidence and self-belief to go forward to pursue your dreams. And there's so many opportunities for you. So my story isn't interesting. I want to bring in Nathan because Nathan has a far more interesting story to tell. And hopefully story shows that it doesn't really matter what your background is. There is a role for you in professional services. So Nathan, can you please share your career journey with
Before that, we need to give a round of applause to this amazing, awesome lady. Guys, we need her LinkedIn. What's your LinkedIn, please? Can we get your LinkedIn?
Oh, my LinkedIn, absolutely, absolutely. Just my name, first name and last name.
Excellent. One of my team will put that in the chat. All right, Nathan, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thanks, Ola lady. And yeah, quick introduction. So my name is Nathan, as that fantastic introduction earlier, senior manager at EY. My journey on the other hand was completely different. So I decided at an early age that university wasn't for me. To put it bluntly, I was 18. I wanted to start earning money as soon as possible so I could do what I wanted to do. So picture this. So I'm at my nan's house when I'm younger. It's, you know, it's a sunny Saturday, eating some Saturday soup. You know, we're bonding, right? And then she asks me that scary question, you know, so Nathan, where are you going for uni? And I'm like, actually, you know, I'm not going to uni. And obviously heart starts racing, palms start sweating, and my nan starts really panicking, thinking that, you know, I've wasted my education, my talent and my potential, thinking uni was the only way really for me to meet her definition of success. And it's important, right? Because everyone has their own definition of what success means to them. So fortunately for me, my nan didn't persuade me to take that route. I decided to not go to university at all. I decided to go to college. Straight after college, I applied for a job at a small accounting firm. Then over the years, I qualified as a chartered accountant, moved up to a top 10 firm first, and now work for, you know, one of the largest firms in the world at EY, where I just got promoted last week. So things are going pretty
Give him
good.
a round of applause. He got promotion.
Difficult times.
Yeah.
Thanks. And some of my close friends that I work with now, they went to uni and they have great careers as well. But the main thing I wanted to say was that's just one example of how you can take different routes to where you want to get to. You just need to make sure that you believe the route that you will take will get you to where you want to be.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Nathan. You know, I told you, I said Nathan had a far more interesting story to tell than I had. And congratulations once again, Nathan, on your promotion. Hopefully that just shows you that you can come into EY and work for EY or a firm like EY, or even become a chartered accountant, irrespective of whether you want to go to university or whether you have a degree or you decide not to go to university. All you need is really the self-belief and the desire to join a firm like ours. So on to the next question. I mean, our role and our job and the progression that we've been able to achieve does not come without any challenge. That's the reality. There's always a challenge, and it's really important to be resilient. So Nathan, would you like to share some of the challenges that you've had to overcome in your journey to senior manager within in your professional experience?
Yeah, so like in my career, there's been a common theme, I would say, in accountancy firms. There's not a lot of people at accountancy firms that look like me. And so in some of the early companies I worked for, I was the only person who was black. I'm not just talking about the team or the office. Think back to my first accountancy job. I was the only black person in the whole company. And that can be challenging, as I think representation is important. And so if you can see it, then you believe that you can achieve it, which presented me really with two options at quite an early part in my career. So one, it's, do I hope that I encounter someone who looks like me, who can show me the way and be the role model? Or two, do I believe in myself to make myself the role model? So I had to make that difficult choice, and I decided I'm going to have to be that person. And what I would say is things have changed over time. So EY has helped in a number of ways. So for one, EY does have black partners and the role models are there. And two, it has put in programs in place to make sure that those from an ethnic minority background are given those opportunities. And one of the most important things and ambitious things it has done is it made a commitment to say that 20% of the partners in the firm need to be from those backgrounds by 2025, of which 15% will be black. So steps are being taken in the right direction, but my parting words would be that you need to believe in yourself. And if you think you don't belong somewhere or in an industry, don't adapt to the industry. Make it adapt to you. Be bold, be yourself, and believe that you can do it. They're my key points that I wanted to share. Olade, what are your key points that you'd like everyone to take away?
Great, thanks for that, Nathan. And I would just echo what Nathan has said. We are doing a lot in EY to get more people to become partners and directors like myself. But I must say to you, it's still very lonely. So I'm looking for people like you that would literally put yourself forward and apply to EY, apply into our profession so that we get more people coming up the pipeline and becoming partners and directors and senior managers like myself and Nathan.
Who wants to become a director? Come on, who wants to become a director in general? Who wants to get to that position? Who wants mentorship with these two amazing senior directors? Who?
Me.
Okay, well, who wants to fill out the survey later?
I do.
I knew I didn't see you, I didn't hear you, but yeah, sorry. I'm even going on. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for sharing, just sharing with us. Guys, can we give a round of applause, please, to Nathan? Please. Okay, so I've got, who knows Breenylee?
Me.
Who wants to Breenylee right now, please? Guys, take a screenshot of this. Could you @Breenylee, please, on Instagram, if you want mentorship, @Breenylee, @Global Purpose Enterprise, and @EYUKcareers right now. So for me, could you put that inside the bio? Once you guys done that, say done, and I might select somebody myself.
Done.
So, Ra, calm down. Jeez, give her a round of applause. Breenylee, everybody. And whoever said done, that girl inbox me on Instagram. I'll sort you out. All right, next up, Breenylee. Breeny.
One second.
No problem. Guys, in the meantime, I'm so, is it, who feels blessed being here today?
Me.
Everybody feeling motivated? Do you feel like you can become a success?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm so proud of every single person at this moment in time that has come on here, and I'm going to actually read out some names. I'm just so proud of Adam. I'm proud of Alfred. I'm proud of Alice. I'm proud of, honestly, all of you guys. I'm super, super proud. And as I said, I want you guys to fill out the survey after, because we want to do follow-up events. Who wants follow-up events with influencers and people like EY?
Yeah.
I do.
This is so exciting. Excellent. So I know Breeny's about to come back in and she's about to come back through. Let me go and check and see. I'm going to choose a winner. Who wants to be a winner? I'm going to look on the Instagram right now.
I am a winner. I am.
Please.
Okay, let me see. I just need to see the first person. Let me see. Ambassadors, who should we choose to have won quickly? They have to, wait a minute. Is everybody following us on Instagram and following?
Yes.
Yes. As well?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Right now.
Now I am.
And then, now I am. Okay, cool. I'm going to choose the last person that even followed. Okay. Venice, Lindsay, I'm going to choose you to have mentorship. I'm going to speak to you personally. So could you write your @ if it's Venice, put it there.
Well done.
You as well to be able to win mentorship with myself, and then I'll sort you out later. Guys, give her a round of applause, please.
Congrats.
Okay.
Well done. Really? Oh my gosh.
Well done. Listen, guys, don't hate, appreciate, because if you appreciate, you might just get something. Okay, cool. Tabani Olabawale, could you read out Breeny's bio?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tabani, and I'm just going to quickly read Breeny's bio just to give you a bit of introduction to who she is. Breenylee is a social media influencer who prides herself in being authentic and honest. She has a YouTube channel called Pep Talk, in which she empowers women to delve deeper inside themselves to see and acknowledge and fix destructive patterns. Breeny helps women to become the best version of themselves by taking the blinders off, getting real, and giving them jewels and gems to stay on the right path. Breenylee uses her past experiences coupled with wisdom from God to expose people to a higher truth. Her influence has seen women's lives changed and transformed at times through one video. Breeny has positioned herself as a type of online big sis to hundreds of thousands of young women who don't have anyone to look up to. Her desire is to inspire, mentor, and equip the next generation to have a healthy self-esteem.
Oh my goodness, give Breenylee the biggest, but unmute yourself now.
Actually, God bless you, Breeny.
From my sister for time, please take it away, because I know you don't have much time to be here today because you've got another speaking gig as well. But yeah, please give it to us. How to stay motivated in the lockdown.
Yeah, hey guys, my name is Breenylee, obviously, and I'm here to talk to you guys about motivation. Obviously, Andre called me to do like a talk, but I really love interactive. So if you guys have questions to ask me, I don't have a lot of time, but I'm willing to answer your questions. But I think the I think with motivation during lockdown, I think as we know that lockdown is going to be lifted soon, I think that should definitely give you guys a lot more motivation to know that almost any time now, life is going to go back to normal, but it's all about what you did during the time you had in lockdown. We've had almost 2 years. And if you can't look back and see what you've actually achieved, how you've actually grown, then you're doing something really, really wrong. But it's never too late to change that. So I would definitely highly recommend that you look post lockdown and don't look at the situation how it is now, right? Because I think a lot of us got a bit disillusioned. We didn't know when lockdown was going to lift. We didn't know what was happening. So we kind of got really complacent, really comfortable. I know I personally did. I actually started becoming a recluse. Like me, Breenylee, I started becoming a recluse. I didn't really want to talk to anybody. I didn't really want to be out. I didn't really want to work. I didn't really want to post videos. But I had to snap out of that because life is going to continue. And even though we couldn't see it, or we may not be able to see it right now, life is going to continue once we're let out of lockdown. But what are you going to have to show for it? And I know that it can be really, really, really demotivating when you don't know what's going on, when there's a lot of uncertainty, but you kind of have to look past, like I said, post lockdown. Who do you want to be? Like, who do you want to be after lockdown? And like I said before, when we've all been in lockdown, we have had ample opportunity to learn new skills, to brush up on what we already know, to gain knowledge, to gain understanding, to watch YouTube videos. One thing I love about YouTube is that it's free resources, right? Back in the day, you had to spend so much money on books, on courses, on whatever, but the internet is free. And so there's no excuse to stay stupid. There's no excuse to stay stupid. And I think it's really, really, really important that we really use the things that are at our disposal. You have social media, you have Instagram, you have YouTube, you have all of these platforms to actually promote yourself, to actually level up in whatever work you're doing, right? And I think it's super, super, super important that we start thinking future, right? I think a lot of us have like either tunnel vision or we have short-term thinking. So some of us can't actually see past this year, right? Or this moment now. But one thing about obviously what you're part of, the Purpose Enterprise, Andre talks to you so much about purpose and about vision and what do you see. So I want to challenge you guys to actually start seeing past where you are now, to actually have a bird's eye view of your life and what you actually want to achieve and what you actually want to do with your life, right? And so I think it's time to shake off that comfortability, shake off that kind of complacency, shake off that I don't know, shake off that fear, shake off that uncertainty, that insecurity, or I don't think I'm enough, I don't have enough. We all are enough and we all have the same amount of time each day. It's all determined by how you think, how you're thinking about the situation. If you're saying you're not enough, then you are. I always believe that life and death is in the power of the tongue. So if you say that you can, then you can. If you say that you can't, then you can't, right? So I think it's really, really important that we start speaking positively about ourselves, about our lives, so that we can actually excel and go forward as opposed to be stuck. Right? How many of us are stuck? Is anyone on this call stuck? I would really love to help you and maybe answer your question or answer a dilemma. Or
is anybody feeling stuck? Open your mouth.
Yeah.
What are you guys
stuck? Why?
Yeah.
Just confidence. I think mainly just confidence and putting my ideas out there and just going forth without thinking what everyone else is thinking, without thinking about what everyone else will think about what I want to do.
What's the fear? What's the fear?
Just when you see other people and you're thinking they're doing so well, or that's where you want to be, you're not there right now, it's just a bit scary. And that process of getting there, that's what scares me the most.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people find it very, very difficult to trust the process. And we see where we want to go and we want to be there like yesterday. But one thing we have to understand that everything is a process, and every decision that you make every single day is what is actually compounding in up into that future that you want. So it's not about saying, oh, or feeling sorry for yourself that you're not there right now. It's like, what are you going to do each day to make you a little bit more closer to that goal, right? And I think it's so easy for us to look around at other people, and instead of being inspired by their journey, we feel bad about where we are. And the problem with that is that you're never going to go forward. I think we should look around at other people and say, if they did it, then we can do it. I can do it as well. And understand that you may see the finished product, you may see that person as a finished product, that they're there, or they've got this many subscribers or followers or whatever, they're thriving in their business. But what you don't see is the small steps, the small decisions that they made every single day to get them to that place. But also they had a vision. They had an end goal where they actually wanted to be, and they worked towards that. So I think sometimes I made a video called Don't Let the Internet Rush You, right? Because sometimes when we're looking around at other people, we can feel like, I've got to do that right now. I've got to do that. I've got to make it happen like right now. But sometimes you kind of have to like close your eyes, kind of have like tunnel vision, and just be like, this is my goal, my lane, and I'm going to run and I'm going to get it. I don't care what this person is doing. I don't care if they're on chapter 26 while I'm on chapter 1. I don't care what they're doing. I'm going to kind of block everybody out, even if you have to come off social media, even if you have to mute people, so you can really focus on what you're doing. Because I think social media allows us to spend so much time looking at everybody. And it's great in one aspect, because it's inspiration. It's like, okay, they did it, I can do it. But on the other hand, it actually slows down your process, because you're comparing yourself when you're not even on, you don't have the same goal, you don't have the same vision, you don't have the same life, you're not that person. So I think we can get really discouraged when we're actually comparing ourselves to other people. The Bible says, do not compare yourself to each other, because that's not wise. It's not wise to do that, right? And confidence is something that everyone struggles with at one level or another, right? And you don't have to be 100% confident to start. Like, you just don't, right? And I use this analogy of faith, and I had like a pack of seeds in my hand, right? And the Bible says that faith as small as a mustard seed. Sometimes we think that we need to have gigantic faith to do great things. We only need a tiny bit, right? We only need a little bit of confidence to do what we know we're supposed to be doing in this life. And I think you can get overwhelmed by, oh my God, I've got to be this super confident person. I've got to just be this big in the beginning. And it's not the case at all. It really isn't. So trusting the process and really working day by day to get closer, because 2 years from now, you'll look back and you'll realize, wow, look how far I came. But because you're not looking at the end goal every day, you're actually looking at tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day, and the next day. And what happens is it all compounds together to make success. That's what successful people are. It's a compound of decisions. What decisions are you making today? And you even being here is a great decision. But what are you going to do with the information that you get from this workshop tomorrow? How are you going to use that? Because it's not about obtaining information or being inspired, and then you go back and you sit in your room and you're like, okay, it's like, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing with the inspiration that we're receiving? I hope that helps.
Next question.
Thank you.
Who's got a question? Go and open your mouths. Come on, let's go.
I have a quick one.
Go.
Sorry.
That's it.
I
Say
have
it.
a quick one. Opposite to kind of what you were saying, what if you are being proactive? What if you are going forth and you're going for opportunities and you're learning and you're absorbing and you're doing all of that good stuff, but you're not getting the opportunity? Is that a sign that maybe that opportunity is not right for you, or is it something that you should try again, or just keep trying for that particular company or that particular pathway? Like, how do you navigate that? Because it's like, I feel like I've got all the ingredients and I've got the passion, I know what I want, I know the goal, but if the goal aren't giving me the opportunity, or even just sort of judging me from two sides of paper, and not giving me the opportunity to kind of explain and give myself and what I can bring, then how do you kind of navigate that? How do you navigate that in terms of confidence? How do you navigate that in terms of moving forward?
What is it that you do?
So I'm a final year student, but I'm like doing like digital marketing, content creation, that kind of thing, playlist curation,
Work with us,
all
please.
of that
Thanks.
in. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to, but yeah, any advice on that? Because I feel like I'm ticking the boxes, but it's not going anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What are you specifically trying to do though?
Is in long term or
with the endeavor, with what you're doing now?
I'm applying to things. I'm applying to grad schemes. I'm applying to graduate jobs. I'm applying to part-time stuff so I can build my portfolio. I'm in that stage of I just want to learn. I just want to absorb. I just want to do. That's where I'm at.
What I'll do with her, it sounds like she needs a mentor. She needs somebody to be able to guide her. And that's the reason why we've even got this today. And that's why we said about people winning mentorship with Breeny and mentorship with Mr200 and EY, because the fact is people are applying for jobs and they don't understand how to get the job. So therefore, sometimes you just need somebody to help you. Olamide, you said that you called me, isn't it? Through Instagram, isn't it, Olamide?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, that happened.
You had the same question, isn't it, for me?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, what was the question? Go ahead.
It was a thing where, funny enough, 3 days before I saw this event, I just got rejected from EY after getting into the job simulation stage. And
shame on EY. Shame on. I'm joking.
And it was a thing where like this happened with like few companies where I'd make it past situational judgments, or I make it past like the numerical stage and the CV stage and the cover letters and all of those paper stuff. But when it was a situation where I was like kept in situational judgments, or job simulations, I always seemed to miss out. And what I didn't exactly understand was, how am I supposed to know what to do for a job that I'm supposed to go there to learn? Because an internship, not a graduate role. I'm in my second year. So it was a thing where like I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
And I just decided to like take the L's as that's not what God wants type thing. But then it's still a thing where I feel like there's still something I should know that I don't. And there are still these things I have to learn. So
that's where we talked about the mentorship, and I was talking about the event. And that's why you was happy for this event, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. So guys, who wants to win mentorship?
Me.
That's it. Who wants to fill out the survey so we can get the details about what you guys want from events?
Me.
And Breeny. So it's just difficult to be. It's Breeny. It's quite difficult to answer that question that the lady had, isn't it? Unless we really kind of went into depth a little bit to understand her story. But the girl that does digital marketing, we need help with Global Purpose Enterprise. So just holler at me about that. Who's got the next question? Because we've got less than.
I have a question.
We've got less than 2 minutes left. With Breeny.
I have a question.
Yeah, answer whoever's talking.
How do you, in terms of vision, like how do you keep the vision alive, especially in this time in lockdown? Like I have a vision, I have a plan, and it's how do you keep it alive? How do you keep your faith in God alive? Because I'm trying to do that at the same time. I feel like I know where I want to be, and I know that I'm meant for big places. But how do you keep focus on your vision, and you understand that everything else is background noise, and you just keep that tunnel vision that you were saying before?
Yeah, I think it can't be conjured up. It's about how much do you want it? Like how desperate are you? How hungry are you for it, right? And that's what's going to motivate you. During lockdown, I had so many dips. I had some dips and then I had some highs. I had high inspiration, then I had low, like forget this, like I'm just gonna chill, like I'm not doing anything. Then I had high highs, and right now I'm on a high because I'm like, I am not going to waste what God has placed inside of me. Let's get serious, right? Let's get hungry. Let's actually put my 100% in, because I realized that I was saying, yeah, I want this and I want that, but I wasn't giving my 100%. I was playing myself. Like I was giving like 60% max, right? I was like, okay, I'll just do this video today and then I'll chill. And then I'll just like, maybe I'll make another video next week. But it's like, but I was selling myself short by doing it. I wasn't believing in myself. So it's all about how much do you want it and what are you willing to do to get it? And you're going to have to sacrifice in order to get it. There's nothing in this world that you can get without sacrifice. So how much are you willing to give for what you say that you want, right? Because a lot of us have dreams, but the difference between the people that have dreams and the people that actually do their dreams is how much they want it. Is it an option? Is success an option for you? Because I think for me, for a long time, success was an option. I was like, it'll be nice. Okay, cool. It'd be nice to scale, to get bigger, to get big opportunities, but don't really want it. Like, I'm this at this level, like mediocre, right? And I think it was only until I actually got really serious about what I wanted and that I'm going to get it, that knowing and that saying and that speaking that I'm going to do this, I'm going to make it. That's the only time when things started to change. So yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Guys,
I have a question.
No. Guys,
sorry.
if you want another event, you're gonna have to fill out that form and we'll let you know. Who wants another event?
Me.
All right, cool. Guys, tag Breeny right now and tell her that you want mentorship, and she's gonna tell me who she's gonna select. Can we take a picture quickly of Breeny now and at her on Instagram at Breenylee and say, I want mentorship, and tag Global Purpose Enterprise as well. Yeah, I want you to do that right now. Breeny, we love you so much. We thank you so much. We honor you.
Thank you.
Guys, can we give a round of applause to Breenylee?
Love you, Breeny.
Thank you. Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Let them know the reasons, the importance of filling out the survey, because the survey basically done is for us to be able to get the feedback so we can produce better events for them, so that we can also share information on to EY. How can they actually, interact with Black people to help them get through this job, like to stop the problems that Olamide had gone through. Do you get what I'm saying?
Fill out the survey. It is important. Okay, don't play yourself. Fill out the survey. It's going to work for you. It's going to work in your favor. And if you want more events like this, most people aren't going to events like this on the Thursday evening. Trust me, you are so blessed to have Andre putting this on for you. So the least that you can do is fill out the survey. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you for having me again, Andre, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye. See you later.
All right, guys, we are on to this section here, networking. Who wants to learn how to network? Tell me, who wants to learn? Because I want to teach you. They always say your network. Your network is your
network.
Okay, cool, guys. Can somebody spotlight me quickly, please? Can somebody spotlight me? Am I spotlighted? Let me pin my video. All right, cool. So basically, what you're gonna do, we're gonna have Josiah. Who likes Mr200? And who wants to learn as well?
Me, I do.
Yes, I want. Right, cool. We're basically, in just a moment, we're gonna go into some breakout rooms and I'm gonna teach you something. It's called form, F-O-R-M. Can I, for me, write this inside the box? So you're gonna go in the room, all you're gonna say is, this is to build your confidence, guys, yeah? This is to build your confidence. So you're gonna say, oh, hi, my name is Andrespence, and you say something about family. I come from Caribbean descent and I've got one brother and two sisters. You say, then the next one is occupation. I run Global Purpose Enterprise and I mentor loads of different people. R is for, can you mute that person, please? R is for recreation. And so, I like to go for walks. And the last one is message. And so I then say, what I learned today. Today, I really learned that there are loads of young Black people that really want an opportunity, and we are going to solve this problem. So that's what I would say for my message. So first is F for family, O is for occupation, R is for recreation, M is for message. And then as soon as you guys come back, I'm then going to give you the form. So that, who wants the form to fill out? So you can win mentorship and do so you're going to go into breakout rooms right now. It's only going to be less than 10 minutes. And then we are going to, I'm going to tell Ezeka when they should come back. So that should be by 5-2. Wow, how did everybody find that?
It was great.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Amazing. Guys, as I said again, I'm going to be handing out the form a little bit later. As I said to some of the people today as well, is that, the aim is to just do some massive events where you just pay like a $5 and we have everything down for you guys. Are you guys up for things like that?
Yep.
Yes.
Excellent. So as we just wait for some people just to quickly come in the next minute. So we've seen these numbers tick up. Ezeka, make sure that they come back into the room, please.
Yeah.
Ambassadors, where are you? Can you say hey?
I'm here.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hello.
Excellent. Nice to see you guys. Right, so we're back up to screen. Okay, cool. So we have Emmanuel. Can you read out Mr200's bio, please?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Just before I read it out, I just want to say thank you to Andre and thank you to all the speakers here as well for taking the time out, to give us this wisdom and to, help all of us. Yeah, it's truly an honor to be here. Now, the bio for Mr200m, or also known as Josiah, he is a creative director, producer. He's a published photographer and a digital strategist and consultant. Yes, apologies. Yes, yeah, that is Mr200m.
I mean, Mr. 200, are you there? Whoa, everybody give him a round of applause. All right, cool. Just before we get into this, guys, you know what we got to do. You make sure you screen print this, smile with Josiah. We're going to at Mr200_m at Global Purpose Enterprise, and you're going to be able to have the chance to win mentorship. At the end, we are going to give out the survey. Who wants a survey?
Me. Yes,
I
sir.
actually gave it early to my team, by the way. Sorry, guys. Okay, cool. Josiah, take it over. You've got until just literally, we've got you until 5 minutes past. So you just got to give it, and then then guys and girls, you're gonna have some questions for Josiah. So get your questions ready. Go on, Josiah. We're ready for you. Q&A is going to be until quarter past.
Sweet. Hi, guys. Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Can't say hello. He said hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Hi.
Good evening.
Hey.
Appreciate it. I'm gonna take a real Breeny approach as well. You guys know how I work, man. I'm not really the greatest of talks. I'd love to make it as interactive as possible. So, I mean, if you do have any questions at any point, let's just speak. Staying motivated in a lockdown. I guess the first thing I really want to start with, which I feel is really important to realize is, and this is when everything really switched for me, is like, nobody's gonna come to save you. Even though that kind of sounds a bit depressing, doesn't it? But nobody is coming to save you. And it's not that you won't get help along the way, but it's really important to realize that who you become is really by your efforts alone. It's by the things you do along the way. It's by the things you take along the way. It's by the things you connect with. It's by the things you choose to interact with. Which is really why I really loved what Olalade said. She said, just a bit of courage. It was just a bit of courage. So, I mean, the first thing I got to say to you guys, I mean, with everything you guys are all kind of like personally doing, your desires, your aspirations, it takes just a little bit of courage. Not a lot, just a little bit. And all you got to do is put a little bit more on top and a little bit more on top, and you get closer to where you want to get to. But yeah, staying in motivated in lockdown, it's an incredible time. I think the best thing always to do is to realize that it is a unique time in history, which reminds me that there's a unique opportunity to make history, at least for yourself. It's something that's memorable. It's a day, it's a year. Hopefully it ends this year, right? But it's a time that's gonna be memorable for a lot of people. And I guess what keeps me ticking is the fact that I get to have this new red carpet walk back into the world again as if I was born. And I think to myself, man, who are people gonna meet? Am I gonna look exactly the same as the guy they met a year ago? Or do I get to be an updated, new, shiny, better version of myself? You know that feeling you get when you go to a new school, you go to a new place after you've been getting bullied at the last ones. I hope no one's getting bullied. But when you go to a new environment, it's your opportunity to just to walk in and make it yours. And I think, see this lockdown as a red carpet, see it as a red carpet to get yourself prepared for what's coming. But also, man, take the opportunity to make yourself the best you can possibly be, so you get to reintroduce yourself back into the world as we return in this new, fuller person. And I think that's something that wakes me up. I guess I was taking some notes down, and I was like, what do I really want to say to young people about this motivation thing? Because it's subjective, right? Everybody has their own unique circumstances. Everybody has their own things that we struggle with. I can't really give you a one fix kind of solution, right? But the reality is, I guess, a simple thing that you should also equally remember is, if you can't change your circumstances, at least you can change your view of them. I think that's really important. If you can't change your circumstances, change your view of them. There are so many people right now going through so many different things, yourself included. And it's important, it's very easy to see everything in a negative way, half kind of half empty. But yeah, you can choose to see an opportunity to have more space to be full. I think for you guys, it's really great to keep motivated is just to create a reason. You know, that's what we guys call purpose, right? But strip it down, it's reason. Like, what is your reason? And if you don't have one, look around you. You know, I spend my whole days looking out the window, and I always see this lady with her dogs, 3 dogs, and they just make me smile. So I like, even if I don't have a reason every day, I always remember the little dogs in the park, and that's my reason. Even if I don't have a greater reason, find something in your life, look at someone in your life, look at something, look at your own reflection, and find a reason and hold on to it really, really dearly, you know, and really hold on to it dearly. Like another two other kind of great motivations in my life. And I guess motivations is a flow, right? It's motivation isn't a thing. I consider it as like a flow. It's this churning continuous action that drives you towards some sort of goal. But you have to kind of have a goal. And if you don't have one, like I said, find a reason. And two things for me that keep me churning is I look at the way the world is for women, for example, right? And it's an incredible world right now for ladies. I think to myself, what type of man can I be for my daughter when she comes into the world? That's really what, like, one of my greatest motivations. That's kind of like a real personal one. I don't have a daughter yet. I don't even have a babes, but I think, what can I be? Who can I build as myself? And who can I become to enable that this world be a better place for this daughter that I don't have yet? And I don't even know if I'm going to have a daughter, but this is the sort of mindset I have. I think so far ahead for what's closest to me, because I guess why that's such a great motivation for me is because, like, you know, like any woman I guess I like is someone I'm going to pick because of the things I see, right? Things I fall in love with. But my daughter is somebody I don't know, haven't met. My child is somebody I don't know, haven't met. And their life will be a definition of who I am. Like, the beginnings of their life will be about who they meet at that moment. So that really drives me. That's my greatest reason sometimes. That who will they meet? Because their world will be defined by who I am. I think that drives me to be an upstanding man. It drives me to make better choices, even though I don't want to. It's a huge kind of motivation. And then I pick something closer to home. I look at my mom, and I've decided that it's my responsibility to make her stop working. That's my responsibility. I've chosen to decide that my parents should stop working in the next 5 years. Like, that's really it for me, because you know, I've got to the age where they're my babies now. You know, they sacrifice the time. I go do the same thing back. So I've taken something, and I look at my mom working, and I look at how strained she gets. I look at how happy she is when she gets an extra 10-15 minutes in bed, and that, like, wow, like, to put that smile on her face for like the whole day will be perfect to me. And that's my reason. And a lot of the time we are struggling to stay motivated because we're not looking at the reasons that are in front of us. We're all kind of looking towards someone else's journey. We're looking towards someone else's page, and someone's got their reason, and simply and frankly, they don't care about you. They got their reason. They're chasing it. So for you, stop looking elsewhere and really kind of zone into your life. If you don't find something to be grateful over and something close to you that you can change, you'll search and spend your whole life looking for reasons that are indeed in front of you. You know, I think that's really what I want to convey today. And I'd love to kind of like speak to you guys on a personal level. Like, what's your questions and thoughts? And I'll leave it there, because I can talk for England, really and truly.
I love it. I love it, sir. Yeah. Guys, can we give a round of applause to Mr200? Josiah, unmute yourself. You don't understand. He's a photographer. He's a director. He runs communities. He has his own mailing list. Somebody can put his mailing list in the chat as well for you to be able to make sure that you join his mailing list. But so, who's got the first question?
How do you find a reason? Like, you don't.
Jemike?
Oh yeah, exactly. Just with this lockdown, what's one key principle that you thought, wow, I never thought I would have come across this. I never thought I would have come across this ideology. Like, what's the one key thing you could tell us about that you've learned about this lockdown, about yourself or about life? Okay.
I think the greatest thing I learned, it's so simple, but like, your happiness is your choice. Like, that's it. That's it plainly. I decided one day that I'm gonna do the advice I give to people. That's it. And I'm really gonna do it with diligence. I'm gonna do it from the beginning to the end. So every time I have a great day, I forcefully decide, no, like, I'm going to decide to do better. And that changes everything. Once again, it's changing your perspective of something you can't change. That's it. It always gives you something that you can change. So that's one thing I learned from me.
Excellent. Blessing, you had a question.
Oh yes. I was going to ask, like, for you to be where you are right now, you must have had a lot of challenges. And
Sure.
what was the biggest challenge for you, and what advice would you give to people that are fear and getting to where they want to be?
All right. Biggest challenge for me. I've experienced many no's. Like, I mean, that's the best I can put it. There's lots of I go through challenges every day. I face a lot of rejection. But yeah, I guess the second part was like, how do I, kind of like beat the fear? Yeah. Well, I mean, fear is just an indicator that you're alive. So that's a feeling you're gonna get all the time. So the quicker you learn to embrace that it's gonna be there, the better for you. Because fear also keeps you safe. Like when you see a car speeding on the road, fear is the reason that you don't get hit by a car. You don't want to walk into it, right? So it's a natural human emotion. What we can't do is over romanticize it like it's an obstacle. It isn't. It's just something you feel. It's as real as the air around you. And I guess for me, I simply just have to inch forward because there's things I got to do. And I got like, the people who live the best lives sometimes are the people who know when they're going to die, because like they have a time limit. Like, like they know, oh my God, I've got 3 years left in the world. I got to do something. Think like that because you don't actually have time. You don't know if you have time. I only know I only know like right now, like I can think and dream about the future, but I only know right now. So what am I going to do now in case I don't have the next minute? And I think that's one reason why you got to take the fear and run with it anyways, because you just don't know. I think that's enough for me, Hope I answered that.
And we've got a question. So we've got a question from Jeffrey Clark. We're going to make these questions quick and then just.
I got you, Andrew. I got you.
Please. Thank you. Let's go. If you don't answer.
Thank you for being here today. I'm curious to know how you stay motivated, consistent, and creative, inspired as a content creator.
Thank you.
Cool. In the moments when I don't have
one line, Mr200. I know you're good at this. Come on, let's get to it.
All right. How I stay motivated and all that stuff with the creative side is when I don't have the ideas, I just simply talk about not having the ideas. I see my life as an open journal, which means I simply only ever tell my truths. And I think that always gives me something to say. I'll leave it there. Can't hear you, Andre.
You're muted.
Sorry, I'm bad. Sope.
Yeah, so my question kind of goes back kind of before lockdown. So I guess like, what was the process of leveraging your skills to create the career that you have now?
Okay. Well, you see, they say your network is your net worth, but like if you own the network, that's actually where the money's at. Like Facebook capitalized on bringing 2 people to talk together. So I decided that I'm going to be the person that facilitates certain things on as small a level as I have it, because then you're simply sharing moments, or at least creating moments of people who want moments. You're not doing much really, but you're actually kind of like, you're in everybody's memory. So that's something I capitalized on doing early. I decided to make lots of sacrifices and enjoy the relationships I have and invest heavily in the small relationships I had. Rather than trying to be friends with everybody, I made sure that I poured into the group of the people I had, and all my friends. Every time I made a new friend, I would bring all my friends together. And that's how I leveraged it.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for you to bring me in.
Come on, we're here, man. Come on. But I think that's how I leveraged it, because I don't think there was anything I actually specifically did. I was excellent at all the things I did, which means I approached everything to do as best as I could. Like that was one. But then when I bring people together by being myself, I somehow paved the way that I don't know. I think I fell positively. That's as best as I can say, because I wanted to do everything well. I wanted to do everything diligently, and I simply will just see people, love people, serve people, and do it diligently.
That was serve people. Okay, next up, Annette.
Hi, I kind of asked my question in the chat, but Josiah was in my breakout room, and he said for his recreation he likes to work. So I wanted to know, because I follow you on YouTube and you took that period time, like when is the right time to take a rest, and how do you differentiate from rest for regeneration rather than like rest because you're burnt out?
I think normally everybody tells you to like work hard, like till you burn out. I strongly disagree with it, because I've just had too many experiences with that. I'd say it's funny. I wrote something. I wrote every good workout requires a rest, because actually, if you want to be most effective in doing something, you have to be strong enough to do it. I think that's why rest is important, because yeah, in theory, like some people don't actually rest, they call it rest, but rest actually involves recovery. You have to recover. And when you get to such a point where you see yourself as an asset, or whatever you can do, and you see it truly as a real asset, then you need to rest it. I'm like, it's funny, but like, I love going to hotels. Like, if you have me on Instagram, I go to hotels a lot, and it's expensive, but do you know why? Because I see my brain as an asset. Like, I really do, and I invest into it. I read loads of books. I go and look outside windows and just look at people, because for me, I got to feel like I'm a machine. I got to feel like I'm the guy. I got the brain. I got the best brain in the world. I got to believe it, right? If that's what I want. So I give myself the rest, even though I don't like it. I have to. I make myself have to watch films.
And you know, I'm gonna keep going with this. You're doing fantastic.
More time. Should give me more time, boy.
I want to do more time. Who wants another event?
Me.
Yeah,
definitely. Another one.
All right, cool. We're gonna have another event. Elizabeth.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Hey, okay, yeah. So my question is, how do you get past mistakes and press towards what you want to do? Because personally, because of all the mistakes I might have made in the past, or times I feel like I've wasted, I'm so scared of doing certain things that I'm just like, I'd rather not do it. And that has held me back, and I don't want to be in that place anymore. So how do you get past that and just press forward?
All right, I think it's important to leave positive breadcrumbs behind you. So maybe try different things that you know you can do, and do them really well, so that when you look back at your record, you see that you've been able to do things. Sometimes you have to get yourself believing in yourself again. And that's important. So do a few things that you know you can conquer, then inch forward by half an inch, and then half an inch again, and before you know, you're a foot forward. So yeah, you just need to see a trail of excellence and success for yourself. So start with a conversation with somebody, and
you said
feel like you win that conversation.
Elizabeth, you stated something. You said that you've seen it's holding you back. Well, if you think the future, if you keep doing that and it's holding you back, what's the future look like? You're going to be very, very bad. So you don't even have time to think. Yeah, you don't have time to think about it. You just got to do it. And that's one of the reasons why myself and Josiah have been quite successful in the things that we've been doing, is because we just feel the fear and do it anyway. You've got to do it. Otherwise, you're going to be, and you're a smart girl, you're an intelligent girl. That's the reason why we're here today. Guys, can we give a round of applause to Mr. 200? I just make sure you wait. In fact, we didn't actually give him the opportunity to. Guys, I want you to tag this online. Come on. This is a beautiful picture. Is it not good? Can you tag this at EYUKcareers? Because the people that do the most engagement as well, I want to speak to you personally. I want to help your life personally at Mr200_, and at Global Purpose Enterprise, at me as well. You guys better be following me. If I don't see you following me, I'm going to cry. All right, Josiah, could you let them know that it's important to fill out the form that we're going to be doing today, so that we can get the data, so that we can be able to create better experiences for them, and so that we know what is good for them in the future, as well as that they can win mentorship.
Yeah, man, honestly, like it's super important. You have to look at the fact that every single one of you is making a difference, even through signing that form, especially through signing that form. So get your name down, because, you know, we need more data for people like yourselves, and it definitely will go far to do more for people like you and the people coming before and after you. So yeah, definitely.
Josiah, if I do a really big event, will you be up for coming to the event?
You know me, I'm always up for coming, man. You lot have seen my face.
Nice, clap.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you. Amazing. So guys, right now, up next, we have the amazing. So we've done Q&A already. We need to give a massive round of applause. Guys, we've got some people in the waiting room as well. We've got to give a massive round of applause to Jane and Vaughn. Guys, clap. Basically, this is between me and you guys. Like, these are actually the guys today, because they're head of like student recruitment. They're the people that you need to actually be speaking to. Isn't this an amazing thing? Unmute yourselves.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
And Nation, so I've got right now Prince, who's our ambassador. Could you give a round of applause to Prince and Angel, who are going to introduce these amazing speakers. So Prince and Angel, where are you?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I just wanted to firstly, before I read their biographies, I want to just say thank you so much.
Pin Prince, please, because I can't see.
Can you hear me? Oh, pin. Sorry.
Okay, cool. I don't know where you are. Somebody pin him.
Yeah. So before I read out the biographies of the two wonderful speakers, I just want to say thank you, EYUKcareers and Global Purpose Enterprise, for just really coming together and organizing this. I know that for me, it's been very transformative, and I know that everybody else in this call can testify for that as well. So without any further ado, Vaughn Gordon joined EY when he was 21, and for over 4 years has been part of the student recruitment team. He currently looks after consulting roles across the UK and focuses on recruiting graduates, undergraduates, and apprentices. He is driven to providing great opportunities for students and always has a keen focus on diversity and inclusiveness. So guys, that's people that look like you and me today, guys. So make sure you get involved, you complete the survey so we can attract you guys and serve you guys better.
Thank you so much. Can we have Angel? Angel Spence. She's my sister. Guys, you better clap for her. She's my sister.
Go on, Angel.
Angel.
Guys, I want to say something. Go, Angel. Listen, I want to say something. She got 3 A stars in her A levels.
Well done.
Angel.
Well done.
Come on. Let's go. A job at my mum's workplace. She works for us as well. But she got a job at my mom's workplace and she's earning bare money and she's just 18 years old. Give her a round of applause.
Fine, girl.
EY, you want to hire my sister? She's just cool.
Yeah.
All right.
We're on it. Yeah, so hi guys, I'm Angel. I normally lead with the fact I'm Andre's baby sister, just because everybody has that kind of burning question. So yeah, I'm glad Andre addressed it. So for the last year, Go Purpose Enterprise has been changing my life. This event with GPE, with Tapping, EY has been an extension of that. And I know that everybody here has just at least taken away at least 3 things. I won't even say 1 thing, 3 things at least that is going to change how they see the rest of their life. So I will now announce Jane Dawson. I'm saying that right, aren't I? Dawson, don't worry, everyone gets it wrong. All right. So Jane has been a part of the EY student recruitment team since March 2017. Her role involves overseeing student recruitment at EY's offices in Scotland and the north of England. Jane is responsible for recruiting apprentices, undergraduates, and graduates to EY, and is always on the lookout for the brightest talent across the UK. Who thinks they're the brightest talent here?
The brightest talent. I'm the brightest talent.
Sir. Yes, sir.
People that are the brightest talent here, isn't it? I see you all, I see you. Prior to joining EY, Jane worked within different UK universities and is passionate about helping students discover their strengths and achieve their goals. So yeah, these guys are really here for you. And if you want to keep connected with GPE, Tapping and EY, please fill out the form and it will definitely be able to serve you and work for you in the best way. Thank you so much.
Okay, cool. Well, she's out. She's out. Just give her a round of applause. She's out. Guys, can we give a round of applause to Jane and Vaughn?
Thank you. Thank you.
Ezekiel, pin their quickly, guys. So I'm going to show your faces. We're going to tag this on Instagram right now. Okay, so who wants to have one-to-ones with these guys?
Me.
Hello? Me. All right, so can we take a picture of this, put this on Instagram at EYUKcareers and at Global Purpose Enterprise. Is that okay, Jane and Vaughn? I know you're not going to have time to do all of them, but we're going to choose a couple of winners, whatever, inside our survey. So guys, do that right now at us. Make sure you're following them. Make sure you're following us. And let's get this party started. Okay, cool. So Jane, how you doing? And Vaughn?
Great,
all
thanks.
Good?
I'm loving the energy, guys. It's been a long day of work and now I'm feeling great after all of this. Love it.
Excellent. So guys, I've got a couple of questions for you, and then we're going to do this very quickly. And guys, you're going to be able to ask your questions to them. And as I said again, are going to put in the chat. In fact, after 5 minutes, I'm going to put the chat in the chat, the the scans. You can scan the QR code so you can go and fill out the form that we've been talking about, the survey that everybody's been talking about. But I'm going to quickly whiz through these questions, and then you guys are going to be able to ask questions. Are you guys going to really want to ask questions to EY? Do you have any questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Look, Lamade, look, listen. Yes. I know he wants to ask this question. Okay, cool. So who are EY and what do you do? Jane.
Okay, so we're not sounding too boring. We're like a professional services firm, and I guess what that means is we help businesses with their problems. So if they need some advice, assistance, that's what we do. So it's things like not just accounting. We have accountants, we have consultants, we have people that look after HR, people that look after people. Anything that a business might have a problem with, someone like EY will fix it.
Amazing. And Vaughan, you can answer the same thing, right?
Yeah. Basically exactly the same as what kind of Jane said there, but basically, yeah, just trying to help everyone whilst obviously trying to, kind of create a better working world as well. So yeah, that's EY.
Excellent. Vaughan, why is it a good place for a student to start their career?
Opportunity, I think, is definitely up there. So just the amount of different opportunities that we provide at EY is just I've never seen it at any other firm that I've been with, any other company. I just feel like they understand that you guys need a path. So yeah, they've got a wealth of experience there, wealth of kind of loads of things that you can get involved with. So yeah, I just feel like it's a very supporting company, and also yeah, just filled with opportunities.
Guys, just really quickly, everybody that's watching today, are you happy for us to go over like 5 minutes? Do you mind? Is everybody okay with that?
No problem with me.
My time.
Okay, so the same question to you, Jane, as well.
Yeah, I think there's a few good things. Firstly, in terms of the career side of things, as well as like coming onto a graduate program and having the job, we also put you through professional qualification. So you can become, like, EY will pay for you to become either like a chartered consultant, a chartered accountant, like anything like that. So you're getting the job, but you're also going to get a professional qualification paid for. But then, as Vaughan said, there's like the people side of things. So when you start, like, we'll give you a buddy and a counsellor, someone that can kind of help you with your career and anything that's going along on side. It's also, I'm going to say it, it's work hard, play hard. Like, there's a good social side. Like, we get a bad name for people for being like boring and stuff, but it's definitely a lot of fun as well.
Yeah.
Amazing. Guys, can I just quickly share this screen? I want you guys to do this now. So basically, you can scan this QR code and you're going to be able to win mentorship. Who wants this now? In fact, let me stop sharing so you can't do it. Who wants it?
Me.
Sure.
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Or do you want me to just start? You know, I'm not going to do it. It's fine.
No.
What?
Stay with me, Red. I've gotten the opportunity. I've already taken it. I've filled it and submitted already.
I'm going to give you less than 1 minute to go and take a screen print of this QR code, and then you can start filling out the form. And in fact, if you don't get it in less than 10 seconds, you better get your cameras ready. Let me see. Right, I'm going to share it now. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 10, 9,
It's
8,
not sharp.
7, 6, 5, 4,
We got
3.
it. We got it already.
Did everybody get it?
Yeah.
No.
I've got 50 copies if you need it.
Quickly, there you go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Scan it. Is everybody got through? You can see the survey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Super good. Sorry, Jane. Sorry about that. Jane, you've got a couple of slides. Do you want me to put them up at all? Do you want me to put that up at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's people who are interested. Probably the best one's the one that shows our application process. And I think just kind of talking before, I know that we had somebody saying that they'd been rejected, and I just really wanted to address that and say, please.
His name's Olamide, do you want to speak?
Good day. I'm really grateful to Andre for this event. Shout out to Global Purpose Enterprises. I thank you to EY for having this event. So basically, my question on like the entire simulation is, during the job simulation part, like it's a thing where we're supposed to act like we would be in that certain scenario already. But then like after all of that, like one thing I don't understand is, are there certain things we need to know beforehand? And because it was an internship, was like the internship is to gain experience. So in my head, I was like, how can I know these things beforehand? And what should I do to prepare for roles like this in the future?
Sure. Well, firstly, don't give up. Like, honestly, loads of people who started our programs have maybe tried the application process 2, 3, 4 times, and people always say, oh, if I've not passed, will you mind? Actually, we love that, because it means that you really want to be there and you've shown kind of that character and resilience to do it again. So don't give up. With that job simulation, with EY and for other companies, what I'd say you need to do is look at commercial awareness. Just do a little bit of research. Like, coming to an event like this is great. You can connect with people like myself and Vaughan, like with Nathan and Alalade. So the role that you're going for, just be bold, connect with someone at the company that you're applying to and ask them what their job does. Like, ask them, what do you do day to day? What's the company about? So when you're going into things like a job simulation, you've got a bit of an idea. So our recruitment, like we said, don't take CVs. It's about strengths. So we just want you to be able to say, just to go, right, okay, what am I good at? How is that going to apply to that job role? And what is that job role? Why am I applying to it? So for me, I'm in student recruitment because I like to talk and I like to meet people. And it's
I'm sorry, can I ask a follow-up, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
What specific strengths do you look for? Because I'm guessing those are tailored to roles. Is there any way to find out what strengths to look for before applying to a certain role for that role?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I know Andre's mentioned like the sign-up form, but anyone who is interested, we're going to run like a follow-up session where we talk more in depth about the process. We'll give you hints and tips about how to get through it. Strengths, the type of things we look for, things like teamwork, communication, they're all super important at EY because you're working in teams and with clients all the time. So think about attention to detail, commercial awareness, teamwork. What else am I missing?
No, to be fair, you've hit the nail on the head. And I think one bit of advice I'll give you guys is just check our website as well. Because on our website, we do have listings of all the different service lines, the different strengths that we, normally assess for. We don't have everyone because, we don't want people to come overly prepared because it is a strength-based recruitment process. So we want to see you guys as you are. We don't want to kind of see a fake version of you. So yeah, I mean, definitely just, kind of drill down on the type of strengths that, you think that we'd need to see and see whether or not, again, you're the right fit for that as well, because there may be a different sub-service line or a different area within our business that you may fit for. So yeah, definitely have a look more into it with the materials and stuff that we've got.
We have a question from Abigail.
Hi everyone. Hi Mr. Vaughan and hi Miss Jane. It's lovely to have you here today. So my question is, what attributes do you look for a candidate who's interested in applying for the EY Pantheon division of your company?
Yeah, I think that's a very specific part of the business that you've queried about, and a lot of different areas within our business do have different nuances in terms of what we do look for, especially with strengths and stuff like that. With Pantheon, if I'm honest, I'm not overly sure. I don't look over that area specifically. Do you know anything more about it, Jane?
Yeah, so it's slightly separate to what we do. So on our bit with some of our graduate roles, we don't look at CVs. I think Pantheon do. But the same thing will apply in terms of, it's all about knowing why you're applying to EY. So you don't have to be an expert, but you could just have kind of done a little bit of research and gone, do you know what? I really like the fact that it's international business, like that it's a very people-focused firm. That is fine. Why you're applying to that role. So say, I know that Pantheon do things like corporate finance. So you could say, you know, I've got a real interest in joining that side of the business because I like the idea of working on big deals and working with different companies. And I love that side of things, and that's why I'm a good fit for the role. And if you can say like, why EY, why that role, and why you've got strengths that are good for it, that's going to get you really far, whether that's with us or someone else in whichever side of the business. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
By the way, guys, sorry, some people said they didn't get the QR code, so there it is. And Fumi will also put into the chat the actual link as well. Fumi, you've got the link, isn't it? Correct? Good. If we can put that, has everybody scanned it? Yes? No? Yes? And you can unmute yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Olivia has a question. I think it was Olivia.
Thank you. Yeah, so I did the EY Foundation Smart Futures program last year, and basically getting onto that, I became an EY ambassador as a young person, and I wanted to ask if there were any like advantages to that, or if after I graduate or things like that, whether I'd be able to use that experience I've had with the EY Foundation in the future.
Yeah, in different ways. So obviously it does depend on kind of what you want to do as well. Once you've kind of finished off your your last year at uni, but yeah, I mean it gives you insight into our company, into our business, kind of how we work. It gives you insight into the type of people and type of company we are as well. So you do have benefits in that way. I believe as well, I think we look at you guys coming through to some of the other schemes as well. If I'm right, Jane, I'm not too sure with the early ID stuff, with the earlier identification guys, which is what you're talking about there. But yeah, I feel like it does give you definitely a highlight that you've come through that scheme, especially through the other programs as well. But if you've got anything else to add, Jane.
Couple of things I'd say there is first thing, we've talked about it a lot, but use your network, because you've been in EY, you'll know people, so you know who to go to, whichever area of the business. Look them up, connect with them, send them a message. I'm sure they'd be really happy to help. And secondly, it's that commercial awareness bit. Tell us that you've been there, because we won't know, because it's a blind application process. So tell us, like when you're saying why are you applying to this role, just hammer it home, be like, I've already worked with you, I've already done this, this is what I know about the company, and that will give you an advantage.
Yeah, definitely. And I think as well, one thing just generally for you guys when you do kind of go to apply for us directly, is just make sure that you get in early. So if you do have those connections, you do have those people, even though they can't necessarily give you the answers to the questions, or insight into exactly how the process may work, they'll be able to give you insight potentially into kind of around about times when we'll start opening for certain roles and stuff like that, which is kind of key, and it's really important that you guys do get your applications in at the earliest opportunity. So yeah, just want to add on that.
Amazing. Okay, cool. Do we have one last question?
Yep, I do.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I've heard a lot about more corporate-ish position, if I can say it like that. But do you guys like open position for, let's say, I don't know, more of a digital position? Like let's say
yes, so do you have any more creative roles? Do you have creative roles?
Yeah, we do. And I think that's the common mistake, that people think it's just accounting and stuff. It's not. Like, we've got all kinds of things. So like, yes, we've got accounting stuff, we've got tax, but we don't care what degree you've done. So you could literally have done, I don't know, art and come to us. That doesn't matter. So we've got the consulting roles tend to be more creative. We've got loads of digital roles for people to get involved with as well. So we don't have time to go into all of them, but if you want to do a follow-up with us, amazing, connect with us, look on the website. There's a quiz which you can take on our website, which tells you what roles might be good fit for your interests. So loads of resources there, but yeah, we take anyone from any degree, background, or apprenticeship, whatever. So please do.
So I Hi.
No, sorry, Jeffrey. Because there's people that are before you. Sorry, and I'm gonna do one more question. Sorry, Jeffrey, and it's because you're in my network that I can actually do that with you. But I know Anu said that she had a question.
Pardon? Did you mention my name?
Yeah, did you have a question?
Oh, no. I think it's sent late, my
Okay,
response. I apologize.
Okay, problem. Did somebody raise their hand before? No?
Damila has her hand raised.
But I don't know if anyone else was before me.
Okay, quick. Give us the questions, please.
Okay. Do you hire international students?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
Is that okay? No problem. That's all I wanted to know.
No worries.
Quick question, a quick answer. The other person that raised their hand? Damilola? Or Fridges?
I've already asked my question. I'll put my hand.
Excellent.
Hello, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to know if you said it's not important what kind of degree like we have, but like I just want, like, for example, I'm in my final year of accounting and finance, and on majority of the application, I really see that they really focalize on like the grades about I don't know, GCSE. Since I was in this country, I didn't do GCSE here. So like that's something that don't make me like confident to apply.
So one thing I would say is that so I have meetings with the people who actually screen and look through you guys, all of your applications, and making sure that, you know, we've got the relevant information you guys have to make the right application for the specific role that you're applying for. I wouldn't worry, because we do have international standards. So what we'll do is, if you do have A levels or GCSEs from or equivalents of those from different countries, we will be able to check and we will be able to know. So obviously you still need to, you know, kind of perform to a certain degree, and to, you know, as it's a competitive process, of course. But yeah, don't worry if you're international. We do have ways to check that and to compare it to our benchmarks.
And also, I've seen a few questions pop up about sponsoring visas. We do sponsor visas as well.
Amazing. Guys, can we give it a round of applause to Jane? And can we give it a round of applause to Vaughn? Can we give a round of applause to Nathan? Can we give a round of applause to Olamide?
Thank you.
No, this is a blessing. This is a blessing. Guys, have you enjoyed yourselves today?
Yeah.
Ready for the next
Absolutely. I'm more than ready.
Yeah,
now.
guys, I want you guys to wave at the camera while I take a video. Let's wave. Let's go. Super proud of every single well done. Yeah, guys. So what I'm gonna do, Blessing, if you put our LinkedIn in the chat, follow us on LinkedIn. We're gonna get on that. Follow us on the Global Purpose Enterprise on Instagram. Follow EYUKcareers. And yeah, we want to make sure that you guys are benefiting. Did you guys benefit today?
Yes.
Yes. Pastor as well. I saw you on Saturday and Sunday at the last event.
It was incredible as always.
Did you enjoy today? Did you enjoy today?
Fantastic. Lots of golden gems.
Awesome. And we even got Jayo Lucas. Hello, sir. You okay?
Please.
Okay. I'm doing something.
Okay, Jahan. All right, guys. I want to leave. So it's nice seeing everybody.